Well, hello everyone. I hope all are doing well. Oh gosh, today I am so excited. We have here our box of the reviewer copies for Cities of Venus that have been done by Sky Game. Oh man, I am pumped, and we're gonna open this up on air. I know there's some things that we're gonna adjust already, based on just pictures and so forth I've seen. But hopefully, what you're gonna see here is pretty close to the final that we're gonna have, and oh man, I'm so excited. All right, so I'm gonna just jump right into it. So we're gonna start opening this box. I'll switch to the dash cam here in a second, because I think that one, I don't know, let's go to the two-shot. Two-shot. Yeah, you can see it. Cool. All right, so let's get this open. So I've got 3 copies in here. So 2 are going to be for local, playing and doing video and so forth. We're going to shoot some of our Kickstarter video practically, and that's really nice of them to put these little corner protectors on there. That's super cool. And then we're going to send one probably down to the States, to one of our reviewers. The rest of the reviewers are going to get their copies. Unfortunately, after Chinese New Year, we just ran out of time, and we're supposed to get 100 copies. And so I just said to the factory, guys, just give me 4. I just need 4. So one went to Sweden. You'll see our friend Richard Gender is going to do his video, how to play, which we need for our campaign. And as I said, the other 3 are coming here. And then in probably March, after Chinese New Year's done, we'll send the rest of the copies out, and they will go out to the reviewers. And we've got a lot of reviewers that have signed up already. Very excited. Mondo Davis reached out and said he would do it. Really excited. Kimberly Tolson from Tabletop Tolson, Board Game Banter, Harry Game Lords, Board Game Mechanics. Lots and lots of people are going to take a look at this and tell you what they think. For us, we are super excited because this is the biggest game we have done yet. And everything has been kind of leading up to this game, to this campaign. So, first and foremost, wow. The box size, I've been used to using the one, there's one on the shelf behind me, you can't see it, that's a 11 by 11, which is as big as you can get from GameCrafter. This game needs a 12 by 12 box. So first and foremost, we've got a 12 by 12 box, which just the sheer size of it's way bigger than I had expected. So I will pull this out first. I have siblings that make fun of me all the time because I just get so excited about these openings and the facial expressions and everything I have. But so here we are. All right, Cities of Venus. You can see the box image, which looks super cool. Artwork by David Acuna. So he's going to be on the box, obviously. I think he's on the back. We've got our player count, 15 minutes per person. We got some Spot UV. So I'm going to take you through all the things we're doing that are also going to be included in the game. So Spot UV varnish, standard on all copies. Let's see the back. There's the back. Lots of stuff there. At some point, we'll probably put an actual gameplay image on the back. But for now, for the reviewer copies, we don't need that. All right. Well, even the Tin Robot logo is UV varnished. That's cool. Okay. So, we're going to go through a number of things here. So first and foremost, the inside of the lid, printed, will be standard. Now, I wasn't loving they stopped the artwork kind of like right here. You can see this line going around on the inside. I'm sure it's because they were rushed, because they could have either made this image bigger to then fill in the artwork, to have the artwork go way up and seamlessly connect with the wraparound from the lid. But that's something we will fix for the final version. But you can see floating up in the sky, so it's as if you're looking up in the sky, you can see the International Innovation Station, which is floating above us, where you send your city's best and brightest to do innovation for your city. Next, we have Standard Edition. in every box. The neoprene mat. This turned out way better than I thought it was going to. Wow. Stitched around the side for durability. Oh my god, it looks so awesome. It's so awesome. I love it. Oh my god, I love it. And we got our spots for the innovation cards. You're gonna have 4 innovations per game. There's like 8 innovations altogether. You shuffle them at the beginning of the game. You randomly choose which 4 you're gonna play with. That way the game is different each and every single time you play. Player boards. Now these guys look nice, but they are thinner than I had wanted. These are almost like thin paper board. At the very least, I want this bottom layer to be like a thick, like that paper board you get with player boards that you usually have. It's a little bit thicker. So again, I think it's because I rushed it. Either that, or I sent a video image of one that I had created using paper on this end, just to show exactly how the layers work. Because often when you're dealing with factories in another language, showing images often helps. And video of here's what I'm trying to do. Sometimes they can take that too literally, and in this case, I think they took it too literally and went with a little bit too thin on the bottom. It's still very functional. I'll be able to use these for game night, no problem. But I would like them to be a little bit thicker. But they are very nice player boards. These are 4 layers. So I'm going to demonstrate these in a second. So you can get one here that's kind of where the light's not bouncing off of it. Let's see if that, move that. Might have to create some shadows here. All right, we'll create some shadows in a second so you can see this player board because it is super cool. Then we've got mini player boards. Yeah, these are 600 grams. So I would have liked to get probably like 800 in thickness, but these are nice too. These are nice. And there's a flat matte varnish. That's each player gets 1. These are part of the innovation station where you send your scientists. Next, we've got the gems. Now these gems are, we've got opaque ones, which are black. These are 1 point. Then ones that are more refined. These are the pink ones. These are worth 4 points. And then these minerals are worth 8 points. People often ask, well, why 5? Why not 5 and 10? Why in these combinations of 1, 4, and 8? Because our final scoring, it's for every 4 mineral points, you get 1 victory point. So it's easier just to keep track by having them in increments of 4. Then we've got our space meeples, which again looks super cool. I'll get these guys out. So let's see if you can see that. Yeah, I'm going to bring it up to camera here. So you get 150 of these guys. It doesn't look like 150, but there's 150 in there. We're going to do some trials just to make sure there is enough. I believe there's enough with 150. But just in case, we're going to double check to make sure there's enough. So all this is standard in the game. Quadruple layer boards, mini boards, mineral gems, 150 meeples, neoprene mat. Then we've got these cool marbled dice that kind of look like the ore on Venus. So you got this kind of cool marbled look, which are super cool. Love the look of these. You use dice in this game to mine minerals. So when you send one of your workers, so it's a little bit of worker placement, send your worker off to the mines, one-way trip, unfortunately. Then you roll a die, and that tells you how much minerals you were able to mine that particular round. Then we've got, I'll get to the cards last. We've got the rule book, which looks really nice. I think I want this paper to be a little bit thicker, but the rule book turned out really, really nice. Yeah, it is super, super cool. That fits in the box. We're only going to do English. We're going to do English and French because in Canada we have to have a bilingual. And then what we'll do is we'll have digital versions for other countries if people need them. Depending on how the campaign goes, maybe we even print them and have those as an add-on. We'll see. And then last but not least, we have the cards. Now I'm going to crack this open because there's something very specific you need to see, which is super cool. This campaign starts May 2nd. We had to push it back again because Chinese New Year. Just couldn't get our samples out in time for the reviewers. Had a lot of sign-ups so far, which has been great. We've got more coming in every day. And we are super excited about this campaign. We hope this does very, very well. So in the deck, we're going to have... Let's see how we split these up. Oh, that was a little shrunk a little bit too tight. Those are a little munched on the corner. Not liking that. Let's see here. Again, when things are done by hand and rushed, you're not going to get as perfect a quality as when you go to final production. Again, these are all digital copies that are made. So right there, I can see an issue. There is a stroke. See that too? Seems small, but that line around that number shouldn't be that fat. So that's somebody on their end shrinking artwork without outlining the strokes. A little bit of graphic talk for you there. See, yeah, it's only on the 2s. So we're gonna have to fix that. Not the end of the world. 2s, 3s, 1s. So there's 3 phases to this game. Then we have your innovation cards. That's these cards here. So different types of upgrades you can do as you innovate. And we have our event cards where bad things happen during the game. Mainly bad things, actually. More bad things than good things. You can get immigration sometimes through this, but it's mainly bad stuff. And we seem to be short a couple cards here. Oh no, they're over here. Woo! That was close. All right. So we have those. All right. Now, why I want to show you these cards. It is to do with these 4-player boards. What's super cool about these 4-player boards is we have, the reason they're 4 players is we have these slots where you can actually upgrade. So I'm going to do that again. Whew, that's like an ooh-ah moment. Let me go back and try it again. There you are. So the cards slide right into the board and then have these peekaboo windows to show your victory points, the capacity of the of this particular department, and then over here is the power upgrade. So this allows you to now get 3 pips additional in each mine that you do. Super cool. And we have these throughout the entire, I'll use the same card, but although they are department specific, let me take, say, this one here. So you've got a slot that goes here. There's a slot at the top here. Trying to do this backwards and upside down, but you can see there's a slot there. That one doesn't have a peekaboo window, but it does have a slot for a card. Come up from the bottom for your, oops. Again, if this is laying flat, that won't do that. That goes up from the bottom, get in the camera there. And we have the one over here on the right. So this guy, that does that as well. So there's basically 1, 2, there's 5, 6 upgrade slots, which is super cool. And then at the bottom, we've got the little cutout where your card can nestle here. That's to store cards temporarily. So if you have a card that you can't afford, but you want to get it, you can take the card and pay for it later on. And there's a tiny bit of a penalty if you do that, but this allows you to have it in your storage bay, right, until you're ready to upgrade it. You can also use your storage bay to hold some of the innovation upgrades as well. And then lastly, we've got like an area here where if you take the meeples, so you have these little trays, little slots on top of each of these departments as well. The meeples kind of set, so it's like a little mini tray. And then down here, we're going to put the minerals. So it's restored minerals is down in this area here. So it's got, because there's a ridge around it, keeps them from sliding off the board. Super cool. These turned out really, really nice. I am super happy with these. Kudos to the factory on that. Awesome. Awesome job. But wait, there's more. So we have, as you can see, the box doesn't have a tray in the bottom. We ran out of time. We are working on thermoform trays to go in the bottom of this box that will hold your meeples and will hold your gems that can be removed and go on to the play area to hold essentially your items. So I'll show you the rocket first. It's going to be a little bit bigger than this. I just 3D printed this one. And we need to go about 10% bigger, a little bit deeper. But we'll have these little rockets that can sit on the table for general resource so people can pull out of the general supply, the meeples. I'm going to show you this one. This one didn't turn out so well. And this is why we 3D print these ahead of time, just to say, okay, is the sizing right? Is it going to fit? This one here, although it looks like a volcano, looks really cool. So you can put like gems in the containers here to pull out. The pockets aren't big enough. Man, we played around with this one so much. We actually went through a few different designers to get this created. The dies for these aren't super great either. So what we're going to end up doing, it was literally just on with Alex, our 3D modeler. We're going to create individual volcanoes. So you can have 3 different volcanoes you can place around the table however you want. They're going to be twice as big as these, so it holds all the minerals very well. And then you can stack them together and put them into the box. So they fit nicely into the box. So there will be included in everyone's game at least 3 volcanoes to hold the 3 different types of gems. For the 6-player upgrade, we're going to have 6 of those, and we'll have 2 of these. So 1 of these for the 2 to 4 player game, and for the 6-player game, we'll have 2 of these that'll go with that, which is super awesome. Then, this gets me super, super excited, is our dice mechs. So this little baby here, which I've got one, this is an earlier prototype that we painted, and the idea is people will be able to paint their mechs. This only comes with the 6-player game, but there will be an upgrade for 4 players if they want to add on the 3D printed, or not 3D printed, the injection molded mechs, or the minis. They'll be able to do that. But what this acts as is we find when you're playing, sometimes you got to be very mindful when you're going to mine, because you have to have somebody in your mining department. You have to expend them to the general supply before you can roll that die. There's a cost to roll that die. Sometimes people forget. So I thought a fun way to kind of act as a reminder is to have these dice mechs. So A, they look really cool on the table, and everybody can have their own kind of personal dice mech. But the dice is in his backpack, so that's the mineral ore that he's been drilling. You take your meeple, you put it in the top of the mech, you take your dice out, so you don't forget. You roll your die, you collect your minerals, take the guy before you put your dice back, or when you put your dice back, you take that guy and you put him in the general supply. Now you remember next time around, you remember to do the same thing again. So that's how we're going to handle the dice mechs. They're really cool. And I just lost my mic. Let's see if we get this going again here. Is it going to stay? Stay. This mic is going to hit me right in the face. I know it's spring-loaded. Okay. Maybe we'll just do that. Maybe we can pull back like that. Nope. All right. Let's see if we can rope it around here. We'll lasso it around the... yeah, maybe. Ish. Yeah, close enough. All right, I'll hold it. In terms of the other mini we have coming... So... in Cities of Venus, the Earth has been sending these resources to Venus in the form of what we call Earth drops. And the Earth drops are essentially supplies. It could be immigration. It could be upgrades, like some of those upgrades I showed you to slot into your player board. These Earth drops keep coming, and they come in these canisters. And as they're coming through the clouds, that's when the different cities are going to try to grab those canisters as upgrades. And that's kind of the third step in each round, is then the players go and turn order and bid or essentially buy the available canisters going through the clouds. Other than that, the rest of the game is simultaneous play. So to keep track of that for first player marker, we've created this. Let's see if I can get down here. Maybe, yeah, better lighting down here. This 3D print Again, it's going to be thermoform, or it'll be injection molded. This is a 3D printed version of it. But you got these canisters, and it's a claw from the city that's reached out and grabbed these canisters and to pull it in. So that'll be to mark who gets the first grab of the canisters each round. And not only does it look super cool, we are going to offer this for free to every person that backs us on day one and had signed up for the campaign ahead of time. We're not even going to announce this on the page. This is something that through people watching videos like this, for people signing up to backer kits, a pre-up sign up page, for people signing up to my pre-sign up page, we're going to keep track of all those. Anyone signed up on before the campaign launched and backed us on day one, which helps us with the algorithms, get this for free. For everyone else, is going to be a paid add-on. So that's our thank you to you for being part of this process and this journey as we create this stuff, and just kind of celebrate some of our excitement around this. So, man, I can't wait to get this on a table, kind of spread out so you can kind of see it all together. It is looking super awesome. I'm super happy. Some minor tweaks we're going to make between the reviewer copy here, which I'll also put into the brief to our reviewers so they know, hey, this thing is changing, because I've had that in the past where they'll make a comment on something they don't like, and it's like, well, but we are already planning on changing that. So that's something that we're going to make sure we do, is I'm going to outline everything we're changing ahead of time so we're all on the same page. But man, what a great day. This is super exciting. I love getting this box. Again, now I can take this game day night because I can have everything all in one box instead of several boxes, and we're going to love it. You can do me a favor. If you haven't backed this campaign yet or followed the campaign, is go to citiesofvenus.com. I'll put a link in the in the show notes of this YouTube video. Simply go to citiesofvenus.com. There's a follow me button right at the top. Click on that. It'll take you to our Kickstarter page. Please sign up ahead of time. A, it gives you then access to this if you back us on day one. And B, it really helps us a lot with the algorithm. So thank you very much, everyone, for your support.